That looks like ice to me. There is actually ice on the top of the water. And I hate the cold.
Gonna be waiting a while.
And Preston told me it was supposed to be warm today.
I don't mind going in some fog, but that is really too thick. And I don't have radar or anything. So, and with how cold it is, and I can't really see the sun coming out, I think we're gonna be sitting here for a couple hours while it burns off. Son's thinking about peekabooing.
Just wanna say
Look, we're not the only crazy people. Proudly flying our Horde flag. Not a single person has noticed it. Think about all the people that never get to ride on a ferry. I still think it's fun.
Riding on the ferry?
Yeah.
Makes me feel weird at first.
Riding ferries makes Shauna feel weird. Deep. Are you gonna stay in the boat?
No. All I do is catch the rapid.
Hey. Oh. It almost came out.
No.
Yeah. I'll get you later.
Will you?
outside, you'll see it eventually. I see it. It's a red one. Right at the far, far, far point. It's just coming off
Oh, I see it.
the point. Yeah. Red right returning. So you want to keep that on your right.
Hey, I waited a long time. You hush.
All right, you can drop it. What you doing, Shauna?
What?
What you doing, Shauna?
Making food. That's already made. I just have to pour it in the pan, so that's the cooking I do. Ha ha ha!
It's not too early for a beer. Choice pieces of meat.
Yeah.
Still gonna eat it. I think there's something different fun about being out in the winter on the boat.
It's definitely colder.
Pretty sure it's all chicken buttholes.
Definitely buttholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sun came out. Not the most glamorous location. Is it, Shauna?
Prettier than you are.
Still freezing ass cold though.
Yes, it is. Washed up rock star, take one.
Shauna got bored, so we're out here gonna talk about the boat. These are our solar panels. You gonna stand over there or something? These are our solar panels. When we got the boat, it came with the Dodger frame and a really old Dodger that one summer it basically started falling apart on us. And instead of buying a whole new Dodger, which is going to take some saving, you can never have enough solar. We have a normal main. I don't know what you call it. It's not the in-mast furling. Whatever. Maybe that even has a better name. It just falls down, stacks on top, and we flake it the best we can. Yeah, see, I know something. Up at the bow, we have 135% Genoa. It's pretty much all we use for a head sail. We do have 2 different size jibs that we don't even keep on the boat. We really haven't had any, I don't think we ever will have a need for them inland sailing. We have 2 anchors. One of the worst anchors they've ever made, a Danforth. The boat came with that, and I can't tell you how many times I've drug with dam first. Doing everything right, something always jams in between the teeth of a dam first. A big stick, a piece of metal, and then it will not dig in.
Wire.
So we, one of the first things I did is I got a Rockna. And the Rockna, when you drop that thing down, it grabs. Really grabs.
It grabs and almost pulls Shauna in the water.
I can sleep pretty much any night unless it's really rip-roaring outside. I don't think anyone can sleep through that. Every boat owner is up and about, poking their head out the cap, or poking their head out.
But Dad, I'm prairie dogging.
Our bow roller doesn't really stick out very far, and the Rockna will not fit. The shank is too long, so when I either have to pull the entire Rockna up over the bowsprit and everything and throw it in the locker, which is fine, but it's a lot of work, and I like it to be ready. And we mostly anchor everywhere now that we have a Rockna. I don't like to use the buoys, plus when you're trying to sleep with a buoy, it's always bouncing against the hull of the boat, which is annoying as all heck. So what we do is we leave the Rockna rolled all the way up, and with the extra chain it rolls back through there, and then we just keep it up with 2 bungee cords that attach there, and so you're walking over a chain all the time, but it's ready to go. Yeah, it's ready to go.
That's what she said.
Oh jeez. We decided to move after the sun came out. This little bay here is kind of dumpy, not really fun to look at, so we're gonna move up about half a mile or so where it's a little more secluded. I can see someone else sailing out there. I think it'll be more interesting to look at. Could you speed this process up?
Nope. It's heavy.
For the record, Shauna likes pulling up the anchor.
It's a good workout.
Want me to get my gloves?
Preston's turn.
It's now. You almost have it.
I know, that's why I hooked it in. There's the anchor.
I'm just gonna let it hang there so we're just gonna drop it again.
Got it?
Lazy Genoa sail to the next place. This boat is brilliant at sailing in no wind. I mean, it just wants to move. It's super easy. Really, really nice. So we were just having this discussion about why we're only going 2 1/4, 2.5 knots in almost no wind, and these guys in the same almost no wind look like they're cruising a lot faster. And one, that's a much lighter boat than ours. They have a gigantic mainsail, but they're also going into the wind, and we're going downwind, straight downwind, and downwind is always slower. And the reason downwind is always slower is because your sail is just like an airplane wing. Airplanes get sucked up into the sky. They're not floating on air, they're being sucked up. The top of the wing is curved. It's called camber. The underside of the wing is more or less flat. So it's always faster beating into the wind, or going into the wind at any rate. Going downwind, that wind is not coming at you, not flowing over the sail. All it is doing is pushing you, and so it's always slower. It's more comfortable, but always slower. I'm gonna ask Shauna that again in a couple weeks when it comes up, and she's not gonna remember.
I'm not gonna remember. That's a lot of information to remember.
Way prettier spot.
Yep.
No dumpy ass boats slowly sinking, sitting around you. Just a nicer place. What's probably happening is we weren't moving enough, so the chain is just on the bottom in a pile. That's why you didn't feel a dig, because we sailed in and anchored, which we've never done before. Ready? All right. Yeah, it dug in hard, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see, it was just in a pile, and that chain is heavy as hell, man.
Where are you going?
So it was back in 2015 in Los Roques.
So stoked to come on board, have a chat, look at the boat, and it's difficult for me to say this without being basically up myself. How do I explain how stoked he was? Well, you know, apparently well. And this is definitely the Gulf Stream here because I've got 5.6 knots of current going that way. So yeah, we're actually being held back by that.
Okay, see ya.
Lead the way I didn't come. This day had enough of it. You make me sick for home in that knife like way. It's only been 2 days, but I'm determined to lead the way I didn't come. This day had enough of it. You make me sick for home in that knife like way. It's only been 2 days, but I'm determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just spin around and
No, you have to jump.
you ready?
Yeah.
Was that good?